welcome to What's Cooking in Miss Helms Kitchen. Today, first of all, I want you guys to know that I am missing you guys so much. Can't wait to see you back in class again. Today we're going to do something that's kind of easy but a lot of fun. I know that a lot of the Easter activities have been canceled, but Easter itself has not. So here's some fun things that you can do in your home with your family that's fairly inexpensive. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a bunny cake. We're going to start with one prepared cake mix. And the great thing about this is you can use any kind of cake mix you want. I chose yellow cake mix. And normally, if you'll remember, when I make cakes, I usually use 3 pans. Well, today we're only going to use 2 because we want our bunnies to be kind of thick and not so skinny. I always just like when we're doing those cakes have 3 layers because then you get to put more frosting and you know how good frosting is. So, I've already prepared a cake mix according to the directions on the back. I used 2 pans even though this is just one. You follow the directions on the back. We've made cakes on numerous occasions, so you should already know how to do that. Then what's great about this is you can either take a cookie sheet and put aluminum foil on it or anything else. This is just a cake board that I put some Reynolds wrap around or aluminum foil around, but anything that you've got that's flat, you can use, just put some aluminum foil. You don't have to go out and buy some special cake boards. I just happen to have this at the house. Then I'm going to take one of the cake pans. By the way, I have already washed my hands right before we started. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a serrated knife, otherwise known as a bread knife, and we're going to cut right down the middle. Then we're going to take 1 can of vanilla frosting. Here's the other thing, if you don't want vanilla, you don't have to use vanilla. You could use chocolate. You can make buttercream frosting if you like, but that would be more expensive and more time consuming. So we're just going to use, we're going to use a can of vanilla frosting. So we're going to open this. Over here. Now we're going to use our straight edge spreader. And I'm going to take one side and I'm going to spread. Now be careful when you're spreading. Number 1, you don't want a lot of crumbs in it. But number 2, you really only want to use 1 can of frosting per bunny. And the great thing about this is this recipe makes 2 bunnies. Now, I'm going to take these 2 cakes and I'm going to put them together and then kind of put it in the middle there. And that's what's going to make my little bunny. Now, again, I'm going to take my little straight edge, go about a quarter of the way back, just indent just a little bit, get just a tad bit of the cake out. Now you could use this as the tail. I'm choosing to use a marshmallow as the tail, but you can be creative, or you could just eat that, which is what I prefer doing. Okay, so now we're going to take the rest of our frosting and we're just going to spread it all over our bunny. Just like this. I hope you guys are finding some really creative things to do while you're stuck inside. There's all kinds of food art. You can go on YouTube and look at different items on YouTube for food art. There's all kinds of things. I mean, we're making a bunny today, but there's all kinds of things you can do with cupcakes to make different things, whether it's whether you make flowers, or you can make Christmas trees, or you can make an Easter bunny just by the cupcakes. So there's all kinds of things that you could do and craft wise at home. So we're going to continue to frost this. In fact, if you're doing some cooking at home, please share with me some of the things that you're doing. Because we all want to see them. Now, I'm sure everybody is continuing with their washing their hands since that is so important. We're going to be once a week. I'm going to have a challenge as far as an activity, a video, as well as an activity. You also want to take your frosting and get it in between where you did the little cutout, but you may get some crumbs on that, so you want to put that over, because trust me, I'll be eating that later if my daughter doesn't beat me to it.
I'll beat you to it.
Okay, so our bunny is pretty well got his medium coat on. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take and give him some hair. Now you don't have to do this. If you're not a big coconut person, I personally love coconut cake, and it just kind of makes it more bunnyish. You just kind of put the coconut all over the bunny, and that's going to be the bunny's hair. Now, one thing about the coconut, it can be just a little bit messy, but that's okay. We've been messy before in some things we do. Just as long as we make sure we clean up and you don't leave your parents' kitchen in a mess. That would be terrible. Because that's part of food safety, and especially since we're in an all-out safety mode right now, we want to make sure especially our food is kept nice and safe. So I'm going to take and go ahead and put this, just put this over here to throw in the garbage in a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some grass that the bunny is going to be sitting in. So I just took some coconut and put it in a bowl. I have green food coloring. I'm just going to sprinkle a little dab of food coloring, and yes, your hands are going to turn green. But that's okay. And then you just put it on both sides so the little bunny is sitting in some grass. And if you, again, if you don't like coconut, you don't have to use the grass. It does cause your hands to get messed up, though, I will have to say. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the Easter Bunny, take some jelly beans, and I'm going to make him or her some eyes and purple. I don't know. I think Easter bunnies would look great with a little pink nose. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a marshmallow, a jumbo marshmallow, and we're going to take a toothpick that somebody had closed. So now I'm getting, see if you can open that.
With one hand. Hold.
Okay, sorry. A few technical difficulties. Get about 4 out. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and we're going to put this in the back of the bunny. So now my hands are, we can come over here. I need to wash my hands again because otherwise we're going to have green everywhere. And then after I finish washing my hands, I'm going to use a paper towel so that I'm not getting it on, just stay over here. I'm not getting it on the bunny. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some whiskers for the bunny. And then I'm going to take these lovely jelly beans and we're going to be little Easter eggs. So the Easter bunny has some little Easter eggs that he's sitting on with. Now who can tell me what's missing? You got it, the ears. A bunny has ears. That's exactly right. So while you look at the bunny, I'll be right back to show you how to do the ears. All right, I'm back. And it's super, super easy. You can use anything you want. I happen to have some copy paper. If you have some copy paper at home, that's great. You can use an envelope, you can use a paper plate, you can use a cardboard plate, and I'm just going to, you can either draw it, or if you know what a bunny ear looks like, you can just cut it around like this. Now, one thing I do like to do though, is when I'm making my second one, I use it as a pattern to make sure that, I would love to tell you I'm perfect all the time, but we all know that's not true. So, I'm gonna measure this to make sure that my ears are the same because I don't want my bunny to have different size ears. He would look strange and people would make fun of him. Then, if you have construction paper, you can put some little pink in it. I personally don't have any construction paper here, but I do have a pink highlighter or a pink marker. You can use pink crayons. And so I'm just gonna take the middle and I'm just gonna draw a little bit like this. Just for the inside of the ear. It doesn't have to be beautiful. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ear, because a bunny's ear is not flat, and we're gonna fold this like that. Then we're gonna take, for it sturdy, bend it up like that. You can see the little pink in the ear, and then we're just gonna stick it into the frosting like that. So do it for the other, because bunnies have two ears. We take it like this, we fold it up like this, kind of take it out a little bit, and then stick it right there where we cut out the little section. So now you have a bunny. And the great thing about this is it makes 2 bunny cakes. So here's the one I made earlier today. So now we have 2 bunny cakes. So you basically need a box cake, 2 round pans, just 2 marshmallows, coconut if you prefer, and if you didn't want to make white bunnies, you can make chocolate bunnies. You can make chocolate bunnies, put coconut on it, or it doesn't have to have hair. It doesn't matter. You can use buttercream frosting, cream cheese frosting. You can do whatever you want. You can use whatever kind of cake you want. Whatever is your favorite cake. You can just get frosting from here, some green food coloring, some jelly beans, and voila, you have an Easter bunny cake. Guys, my challenge for you this week is to make this cake with your family. If you can't do that, because I know we're in unprecedented times and we can't go places, so if you can't do this, then look at Pinterest and look at the different things that they have on Pinterest. Look at some ways that you can make animals and different decorations out of cupcakes. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Until next week, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.